Hello and welcome to Around the Penny. It's Tuesday, April 5th, and it's time to get down to business. So let's take a walk around the penny. All right, let's jump right into some of the market's bulls, starting with Aquastar Holdings Incorporated, symbol RPPR. This holdings company provides management to startups by reducing risk and assuring successful growth. For the day, the equity rose nearly 43% on a volume of just under 130 million shares. Earlier today, the company signed a definitive agreement to complete an acquisition of Succinct, which is an emerging technology company. Aquastar will acquire 100% of Succinct's shares for $9.5 million, paid in both cash and preferred stock. We move along to Titan Holdings Incorporated, symbol TYTN. The equity was able to gain some ground today, rallying 16% on 107 million shares. The last time we heard from them was at the end of February when they issued a letter to shareholders. Since then, the stock has been extremely volatile. Our final bull is Encounter Technology, symbol ENTI. After a 75% rally yesterday, they shot up an additional 14% on 142 million shares today. They released a podcast on their website this morning announcing company updates as well as future goals. Encounter feels they are ready to uplist and that their website musicmatrix.com is their diamond in the rough. Let's now look at some of the market's bears, starting with Cotton and Western Mining, symbol CWRN. Earlier today, the junior miner issued a press release announcing a record shipment of iron mineral, which is currently sailing en route to China. It will take 24 days to sail across the mighty Pacific, but the 45,000 tons of mineral is definitely worth the wait. Sounds like promising news, but traders felt otherwise. The equity ended the day down 16% on 31 million shares. Oh, and we forgot to mention the caveat emptor status on pink sheets. All around, tough day for Cotton and Western Mining. Let's take a look at what Universal Detection Technology, symbol UNDT, was able to do today. After falling 13% yesterday, the company followed that up with another loss of over 7% on 134 million shares today. They've had no news out in weeks, and traders are hoping this is not a massive dump. We finish off the bears with Aptech Corporation, symbol APCX. The mobile phone application maker found themselves in the red today, falling 25% on a volume of 138 million shares. Aptech had a fast start to the month of March, but has since taken a turn to the downside. But on a positive note, they are up 500% since the start of the year. We saw a lot of chat room buzz for QED Connect Incorporated, symbol QEDN. The holding company had news out yesterday when they signed a stock purchase and consulting agreement with Sonasoft Corporation. Under the agreement, QED can provide up to $500,000 in financing in exchange for shares of Sonasoft. QED will also receive royalties on sales of Sonasoft products. The news didn't affect the stock at all yesterday. Today it bounced between its opening price of 0.0001 and its closing price of 0.0002. It ended up rising 100% on 395 million shares. We also saw a lot of Intellect Neurosciences, symbol ILNS. The biopharmaceutical company works to discover and develop treatments for Alzheimer's and other serious diseases. Today they announced they've received a new patent on a clinical stage drug from the Israeli Patent and Trademark Office. Despite this good news, the stock didn't do so well today. It opened at its closing price of 0.0023 and saw a high of 0.0026 and a low of 0.0022. It ended the day falling flat on over 27 million shares. The quote of the day comes courtesy of Captain Capital, who said, "I am who I am, and that's all that I am." Well, who do you think you are, Popeye? It's newsletter radar time. One newsletter was pumping Global Biotech Corporation, symbol GBIQ. The company specializes in oxygenated beverages and fruit juices. A month ago, they teamed up with a financial advisor for marketing and sales. In February, their common shares were suspended from trading on CNSX for failure to comply with exchange requirements. Other than that, they haven't had any news out all year. We saw the stock open at a penny and stay there all day on a volume of 17,000. Very exciting. We also saw that they have the OTC yield sign for limited public info. So what exactly are we watching out for here? Because all we see is BS. We saw a ton of pumps for Alizo Medical Holdings, symbol ALZM. 3 newsletters were pushing them today, and yesterday over 20 newsletters were singing their praises. Alizo is the holding company for organ transport systems. Yesterday they announced that OTS will attend the annual meeting for the International Society for Heart and Lung Transplantation. Despite all of the pumps, it had a pretty volatile day yesterday and today. After opening at $2.13, it fell a measly 2% on 6.7 million shares to close out the day at $2.04. For an extraordinary amount of pumps and not enough bang for the buck, we're giving this stock our BS trophy of the day. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back here tomorrow. But in the meantime, you can find us on our homepage, simplypennies.com, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For Around the Penny, I'm Stephanie. Good night. In February, I hate February. I hate saying February. That's why I was glad when February is over. That damn R.